Some people drain tar out of gasifiers, but today I'm draining oil out of a gearbox. Looks surprisingly similar. Very thick stuff. I just pulled the drain plug out. I got to work on the internal bearings on this thing, but I don't know what they had in there or how long it's been. I've heard of a thing called zero weight grease that acts like oil, but it's actually a grease, so that may be what this is. I don't know, but doesn't look too healthy. I'm glad to get it out of there. We'll refill it once I put new bearings in with the standard 90 weight. It does say on here on the case SAE 90, so just put back regular gear oil. And yep, just thought this was worth taking a quick shot. It's kind of funny to watch this drain out so slow. Alright, tearing into this gearbox a little bit here. This is what it looks like. We've got the cover off, so you've got this big flat cover. And let me grab a light here. Okay, so up inside here you can see it's real simple. You got a big crown gear, ring gear, and then back there where you can hardly even see it is the pinion. Let's see if I can focus on that. No. Well, anyway, it's in there. Obviously I'm working on getting all this sludgy grease out of here, but in order to get to that pinion, which has the bad bearing, I'm going to have to remove the ring gear, which means for this, in this case, the way to do that, that carrier assembly. I think, I don't have a manual for this gearbox, but I think the way that it goes together is it's got this main shaft that goes all the way through. The big end is on that side, and the little end is on this side. And this end has a lock nut on it, which I haven't been able to get off yet, but once I get that off, I think this end will slide out. I've already unbolted it. It'll slide out about a ½ inch, and you can see in here where the bearing has come out of its hole. There's a bearing retainer that goes there, and a bearing cap there, and there's a shim that I've got set aside, which will set the bearing preload. So, given that, I think I should be able to put this all back together once I can get it apart. But the one thing I don't know is whether that bearing is pressed on, and if that's going to interfere with getting the shaft out of here. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I have to assume there's a way to get this apart without taking the bearings off, because you can't really press the bearings in place. I don't see how that would be done. So, little more left to work on. But yeah, that's where I'm stuck right now. I actually, you remember this tool from a previous video, bent the little tooth right off of there. So that didn't do me much good. This is actually a larger size lock nut than obviously the input shaft is a little bit smaller than this beefy output shaft, which this is the small end. The other end is massive. So anyway, that's where I'm at with it. Just in case anybody was following along with this gearbox build. Thanks for watching.